In this video, I'm going to show you and walk you through the 5-step proven system to scale your production or your team's production by 50% or more within the next 4 weeks. Consistent clients on demand. So who is this for? This is for financial advisors who want to sign on high-paying clients consistently every single month and achieve their goals and even reach MDRT fast. If you want to navigate and avoid all the common pitfalls and achieve amazing, outstanding results like even closing 10 to 15 high-paying clients consistently every single month, just like my clients who have achieved outstanding results like Murray achieving COT, Selena MDRT, Devali MDRT consistently every single year, and Jeremy TOT, like David achieving MDRT within 4 months and even COT within the year, Jesse Murray MDRT, Ray double MDRT, and Shambhavi achieving the club award. And this is for you if you are a financial advisors manager who want to increase your team's production by 50% or more within the next 4 weeks. Hi, my name is Raghu Reddy. I'm an MDRT, COT, TOT business growth expert, coach and consultant and financial advisors recruitment expert, and the creator of the #1 show for financial advisors called the Raghu Reddy Show. So the question is, do you feel that you're hitting a ceiling when it comes to reaching your goals fast? Well, if that is the case, then the real problem is you haven't made the shifts in your approach. So in this video, I'm going to show you and walk you through the 5 changes that you would want to implement to scale your production or your team's production by 50% or more within the next 4 weeks. So when it comes to getting consistent qualified appointments and bringing on high-paying clients, the biggest mistake that most advisors make is to depend on activities that are not giving consistent results. For example, if you're depending upon referrals, or maybe you're doing cold calling, or maybe you're doing direct messaging, or maybe you're running Facebook ads, or pitching product flyers online, or maybe you're creating a lot of content, endless amount of content, and posting on all social media platforms, like maybe it's Facebook or LinkedIn, TikTok or Instagram, and you're posting a lot of content and still struggling to get consistent qualified appointments booked on your calendar and consistently bringing in high-paying clients into your business. So what we need to remember here is that these are processes. So if these processes are not giving you consistent results, then it's sheer waste of time, energy, effort, and even money. Now, why are these processes not working that well right now? Is because there are certain laws that we must follow. Now, these are not giving consistent results, so I recommend that you better stop. So if we stop these activities, then what is that we need to do? So that's exactly what I'm going to show you and walk you through what we do that gives us phenomenal results. But there are certain laws that we have to follow. Every process has to comply with the law, just like a traffic law. Like if we break a traffic law, we have to pay a penalty, right? So either we get a penalty like a challan, or it could be an accident, or it could even lead to death. Now here too, if we do not follow the laws of the financial advisory business, then what's going to happen is, if the processes are not complying with the laws, then in the end, we are actually not getting our results. So what are these laws? So the law #1 is to connect, to create rapport, and educate the connection about the financial risks in their life. And it's not about educating about your products. So this is law #1, and this is the fundamental principle upon which a financial advisory business is based upon. So what's law #2? Law #2 is, who do people buy from? Well, people buy from whom they know, like, and trust. They have to know you first. They have to like you and trust you to some extent before they buy from you. And what's law #3? Law #3 is, people don't buy products. They buy a solution to a problem, and they don't buy products. So now let's take the activities that you are doing, and let's do a litmus test against these laws, whether it complies with these laws or not. So let's take referrals. Now, when you get a referral, at the most you're getting a name and a contact number. Now, Does the referral know you? Do they like you? Do they trust you? Or have you connected with them, created rapport and educated them about the financial risks in their life? But on the other hand, when you go into a meeting, if you're doing concept presentations and you're pitching your products, then it's not complying with the laws. Now, referrals don't work consistently because if the quality of the referrals are not good, then you're not going to get consistent results. Now, let's take cold calling. Now, when you do a cold call, do they know you, like you, or trust you? No. Then why do you want to waste your time? Now, let's take direct messaging, cold messaging. Like you connect with someone and you start messaging about your products. So again, the question is, you're connected with them. Did you create rapport? Did you educate them? So that's a violation of law number 1 if you've not done that. And do they know you? Do they like you? Do they trust you? And in fact, if you're messaging something about the product, then it violates law number 3. And that's why this process doesn't work very well. Now let's take, for example, Facebook ads. If you're running Facebook ads or any ads for that matter, whether it's Instagram, TikTok or Facebook, does it work? Well, what do we have at the end of the process? Like when you're running ads, you have a name, contact number and an email of a complete stranger who doesn't know you, like you or trust you. And it does not comply with the first 3 laws. So then why are you wasting your money, time, energy and effort? And the same thing goes with product flyers. Like if you're pitching your product flyers on social media or even printing out product flyers and distributing them, then it's sheer waste of your time, energy, money. Because people don't buy products. What they want is a solution to a problem. Now let's take creating content. Like if you're creating content which is talking about insurance or about your products, then that also doesn't do well because it does not comply with the laws. Now these are activities and the processes that you're using, all these processes, whether it's referral, cold calling, direct messaging, Facebook ads, product flyers, or creating content and posting on social media, or even door knocking. Well, all of those processes do not comply with the 3 laws. So if it's not complying with the 3 laws, which only means that we are not going to get consistent results because we are paying a penalty because we are breaking those laws. So these are the 3 laws which can act as a litmus test for you. So whatever process you're doing or you want to do, check them against these laws. If it complies with at least 2 of these laws, then it could actually give you some results. And if it complies with all the 3 laws, then you would get consistent results. So if these activities are not giving you consistent result, I highly recommend that you better stop. Don't waste your time, energy, effort and money. So if you're not getting consistent result using these processes, these activities are not giving us consistent result, then what is that we must do so that we not only sustain our business, but we are able to thrive, create a thriving financial advisory practice. So what should we do? The counterintuitive action step number 1 is to connect with people who are interested in what you do and what you offer. Now, in order to connect with people, nowadays you don't have to go to a lot of networking events. We can do it very easily on social media. It's a time saver. The most important and the fundamental foundation is branding and positioning. Are you branded in an unforgettable manner? Are you positioned as the only logical choice that people would reach out to? Are you that go-to person? So it all comes down to your personal branding. And also the most important thing is when you connect with people to create that initial rapport without pitching your products. And it's very fast on social media and we could get quick wins. You could be using any platform. That's not the problem. But the question we need to be asking is, do you have a system that can bring your connected leads to further down into the funnel where you could secure a quality appointment, a qualified appointment, and then close the case? So for that to happen, the next most important thing what we need to do is we have to communicate effectively and we need to structure our communication to what people really want. Now the question is, What do people really want? What does your audience want? What does the person that you serve really want? Do they really want some more insurance products? I don't think so. So what do they want? They want only these few things. They want to feel secure about their financial future. They want to have peace of mind so that they can focus on their jobs or their business, knowing that in the event that any unforeseen event happens in their life, they are well covered and they are well protected. Now that's what they want. They want to feel a sense of security about their financial future. So if that is what they want, then we must be communicating in that manner. We need to structure our communication to address what they really want, not what they need. You and I know that they need insurance, but they will not buy what they need. They buy what they want. So when we structure our communication like educational content and educate your connected leads or connected connections about the financial risks in their life, that there are financial problems in their life, that's the most important thing. Educate them that there are these risks that is existing in their life. So when we communicate and educate the prospect or the potential client or an existing client, so here's what happens. Through your branding and positioning, when they connect with you, they know who you are and what result or benefit you would give them and how you would help them to mitigate those financial risks in their life. And when you post this educational content, now they not only know you, but they get to like you and they get to trust you to a certain extent. And that brings us to the third counterintuitive action step, number 3, and that is to convey our message. You must convey your message, how you can help them. And here's where you can leverage your time to get qualified appointments so that you don't waste time with people that's not interested in the solutions that you provide. So it's important to get qualified appointments booked on your calendar consistently every single week. At least you could have 10 to 12 appointments if you're working full-time. If you're working part-time, you could have 1 appointment a day and make it up over the weekend. The message that we convey is actually to help them, to educate them and help them. So with whatever method we are going to use, whether we're going to make a call to a prospect whom we have met at least once in our lifetime, or whether you want to use a lead magnet, a valued resource that you want to just give it away for free, or whether you want to message when you're connecting with someone on social media and create rapport first and then find out what financial goals they want to achieve, and then continue the conversation where you give something of value first. You educate them about the financial risks in their life. Whether you're using a presentation, whether it's a webinar or a seminar, whatever method we put in place has to comply with the law. That is to connect, create rapport, educate them. And they have to get to know you. And they get to know you only through your branding and positioning. And then when you post educational content, they get to like you and trust you to a certain extent. And then we convey our message where we find out what financial goals they want to achieve, and then we help them to educate them how to take care of those financial risks in their life. And that is when we get qualified appointments with people that's interested to take care of their financial risks in their life. Well, people are not interested to take care of their risks, then that's not a qualified lead. That's not a qualified appointment. Then you're just wasting your time. So it's important to get qualified appointments, because your time as a financial advisor is just like a financial surgeon, and it's very valuable. Your time is valuable. So you cannot be just wasting your time with people that's not interested. So that brings us to counterintuitive action step number 4. And that is to convert that qualified appointment into a closed case. Now, in order to convert that conversation into a closed case, now what most advisors do is they go into a meeting and try to do concept presentation, but without understanding that there is a 4th law in play at this stage. And what does the 4th law state? It's 80% of the time people buy for emotional reasons, and only 20% of the time for logical reasons. Now, if you're going to do concept presentation, there are 20 different concepts. So what is that you're going to present? So you may think that, okay, this concept may be appealing to this prospect, and you have just one shot at that. And that too, when you're doing concept presentation, it's logical, that's all. There's no emotional. There are no emotional reasons for them to buy. So this is a very important part where law number 4 can help you to close more sales and even bigger case sizes if you understand that people buy for emotional reasons and they justify what they buy using logical reasons. But if we are going to use emotional reason and logical reason, then we have a case. We have a closed case. That's the most important thing. So if you're doing concept presentation, then that is the wrong method. And that's why most of the financial advisors struggle to close cases. So I would recommend that if you're doing concept presentations, better stop. It's just waste of time. So instead of that, you go into a meeting and use a diagnostic approach just like a surgeon and find out what financial goals they want to achieve, find out what coverage or protections they have, and see what they're exposed to, and then provide solutions to that, finding out what they really want to take care at that point of time. And part of the solution is the product. So you can come up with customized solutions, and part of the solution is the product given by a company, and you could be closing even more cases and even bigger cases if you use this counterintuitive action step number 4 and implement it immediately into your business. So what is counterintuitive action step number 5? And that is to really master the top producer skills. So what are the skills that every financial advisor or manager should master? The first thing is branding and positioning. How do you brand yourself in an unforgettable manner and become the only logical choice? So create the authority engine so that you become the go-to person, so that you can attract the right clients for your business. And the skill number 2 that you would want to really learn and master is how to generate targeted leads, even using social media. And it's very fast. So how do you generate targeted leads and the people that you want to serve? And most important is to create rapport. And how do you then get to the next step, that is to get qualified appointments? That's a skill. How do you qualify them so that you're not wasting your time? So it's important to master skill number 3 so that you have qualified appointments consistently booked on your calendar. And that brings us to skill number 4. How do you close sales within 30 to 40 minutes, even on a virtual call, on a Zoom call? Like 90% of the cases can be closed on a Zoom call. How do you do that within 30 minutes? And that too with an increased case size, with an instant increase in case size, without doing concept presentations. So that's another skill that any advisor or manager would want to master. And finally, the most important core skill, the 5th one, is to learn how to get recommendations. That is, when you close a case, how do you get them to introduce you to their close friends and relatives? So all of these 5 skills is like a system, and the system should have processes, and the processes should be proven so that you don't waste time, and the processes would have procedures to follow: step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, so on and so forth. So when we have such procedures, as a proven system, processes and procedures, we can rinse and repeat it every day so that we can master the skills very fast. So these are the 5 core skills that is very important for every financial advisor and a manager to master. And it can be done very fast if you have the proven system and procedures. Just follow the procedures, and within a couple of days, you could master these procedures. If you want to really increase your production, your personal production to 50% or more, or if you want your team's production to be increased by 50% or more within the next 4 weeks, and then consistently increase the production even to higher percentages, not only you achieve your monthly goals consistently, but you can achieve your quarterly goals and your yearly goals, and even outbeat or outperform your own goals that you have set for yourself and your team, and even reach MDRT or even COT. depending on the skills that you master. Here's how I can help you. What you could do is you could schedule a free strategy call with me. Now, here's what's going to happen on the strategy call. Now, this is a limited spots I have on my calendar opened up in any week. So because I have to take the time to show you how you could get the results. And what we do on this call is I'll do a complete diagnosis of what's happening in your business and then show you what needs to be corrected and show you how you could achieve your goals consistently and outbeat your goals and outperform your goals and achieve all that you have set for any quarter, for any month, for any quarter, or within the year. So I personally invite you to book a free strategy call with me. It's free at no cost. So book a strategy call if you're serious and if you're interested to achieve your goals consistently every single month and even outbeat or outperform your goals. So to schedule the call, all you need to do is click the button below this video, or you could scan the QR code on the screen, apply for the strategy call. It's a free call at no cost to you. So most important is there are only few slots available in the week. So I've just opened up a few slots. So if you're serious and interested to hit your goals consistently and increase your production or your team's production instantly within the next couple of weeks, then click the button below this video or scan the QR code and apply for the strategy call. And I look forward to talking to you on the strategy call. This is Raghu Reddy here, in the moment, for the moment, to your greater success. And as always, go out there every single day, live with passion, lead with enthusiasm, and keep making a difference. I look forward to talking to you on the strategy call.